All right, so we about to do a quick marriage analysis of William Smith and Alopecia Smith, right? So it's a lot that I could touch on, but I'm gonna really try to get straight to the point or whatnot. If you feel me, it's many different factors that I can touch on as to the nature of their relationship, but I really want to point out the again major situation. So get into it, right? So William has Scorpio in the seventh house, right? Mars is the seventh lord. A general note that I've noticed when it comes to marriage, partnerships, relationships, you really don't want Mars to have an influence over the seventh house, whether it's in the seventh house, uh, or even whether it goddamn what I'm trying to say, even whether it rules the seventh house, right? So whether it's conjunct the seventh house or whether it rules the seventh house, you really don't want Mars to have this type of influence just because Mars itself is an independent planet. You feel me? He's not one that likes to compromise. He's not one that likes to acquiesce or conform to another's will. He's not one who's into partnerships. Mars is a independent guy. He's a celibate. You feel me? He's focused on his own self and his own matters. So when you have Mars influence in the seventh house, this can bring about a personality or individual that's single minded, feel like they do what they want to do, can possibly be one of an angry temperament, you feel me? A combative temperament. Uh they might undervalue regardless of what you bring to the relationship, regardless of all the assets and the financial status or the stability that you bring to the relationship. They're just going to be Martian. You feel me? They're just going to be more so about themselves, because that's the psychology of Mars. And the relationship can even become a battlefield of some sort whenever Mars is conjunct the seventh or whenever the signs of Mars are in the seventh. So that's something that you should be that is generally to beware outside of the manglik conditions as well, right? This is just something I've noticed, but Mars. William, he has Scorpio in the seventh house, and Mars, the Lord of the seventh, is in the fourth house. So the Lord of his seventh house is MKS. So this even further adds uh like a damage of some sort to his marriage life. And not only that, Mars also has his fourth aspect on the seventh house. So it's like, you feel me? All the August Alsina allegations and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? All of that. Plus, you know how his wife is just so attached to dead niggas and Tupac and him being the greatest to ever live and all this extra shit or whatever. And Will pretty much feeling like, I don't know how you feel. You feel me? He probably don't give a fuck about the shit, but goddamn, Will pretty much looking towards the world or looking to when it comes to the world like he's just some simp ass nigga or whatever, right? That definitely can be indicated by these particular placements. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a multi-millionaire, even though he's a very successful guy, he's a very wealthy guy, you feel me? Definitely got his shit together many times over. Due to his configuration, this is the result of his marriage. Now let's go to Jada, right? So Jada got Taurus in the seventh house. Saturn is in the seventh. Now, when Saturn comes in the seventh, I know a lot of people like to say that, this is bad or this can bring tough marriage or late marriage or delay of marriage and things like that. And sometimes these things can be true, but Saturn in the seventh house, it actually is good for giving a person the durability to sustain the lengths of a contract, a marriage, to understand what it really means to sacrifice, to understand what it really means that, you're not just here for the good times only, right? And it can really make a person seek security, true security, true can really make a person seek a truly mature partner at that, and a truly secure partner, and a union that'll be truly good for them and whatnot, right? So, uh, yeah, that's the configuration of Saturn in the seventh house. When you have Saturn in the seventh, you can pretty much guarantee that the partner is going to be submissive to you to a certain degree. The partner is going to be loyal to you, and the partner is going to work hard to support you or reciprocate efforts as well, right? So this is good on her behalf. But the Lord of her seventh house is Venus, and it goes into the 11th, right? And it's debilitated. Will should have never married her if he knew anything about astrology. You know what I'm saying? Like, for that alone, this is a busy vaginal canal, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? And it's yeah. Not only that, her ascended lord is with the North Node as well, so she naturally has a demonic nature about her, being that the ascended lord is conjunct Rahu and whatnot, right? So, what got these guys married? So, her seventh lord, pay attention. Her seventh lord is in Virgo. William, oh shit, man. Okay, so William has his sun in his south node in Virgo, so he does check or meet the marker of, you know what I'm saying, what she would actually be looking for within a partner to some level, to some degree. But her seventh lord is Venus. His sun is in this placement, right? With the south node. So this can showcase somewhat of a combustion within the synastry. Not only that, a deeply afflicted combustion, because K2 is in the mix as well, with the sun causing Graha and Dosh. And it's like, these people can love each other to some degree, but this is an extremely toxic union, almost demonic if you want to call it. And you know, Will and Jada have reportedly, you know, what's the nigga name from Empire? The nigga Hakeem or whatnot. You know, reportedly he was, you know, molested by Will Smith. You know, they in the Hollywood shit. You feel me? Ain't no telling what types of human trafficking or what type of swinger parties. And Jada reportedly done caught this nigga with different men. And you feel me? It just shows an extreme dirtiness about it. With between both of their charts, Venus, K2, and the Sun being positive in Virgo. It's not a clean union. It's sludgy. But William's seventh lord is in Leo. So what does she have in Leo? Does she have anything in Leo? So she has the moon in Leo, and she might have Mercury too. Right, she got moon and Mercury in Leo, right? So it even shows a further degree of enmity. So Sun and Venus are enemies in a way. You know what I'm saying? Sun combusts Venus and whatnot. And even when Venus conjunct the Sun, this is a Stambana, right? And Mars and Mercury kind of have an inimical relationship as well, right? In the sense of the way they express themselves. Mars is straightforward. Mars is direct. Mars is always on top of the situation, while Mercury can kind of be like manipulative. It can kind of be like ambiguous. It's hard to understand. It's hard to grasp. And it's like Mars can punch Mercury, but Mercury is like a matador. You feel me? Able to evade brute force sometimes, and able to make light of a situation and get out of a situation and make a fool out of Mars and whatnot. So this is a very complex marriage and whatnot. But I just wanted to drop this video. I might add some shit to the comments if anything come off the top of my head later on, Velocity.